Hey everybody, it's April and it's time for our Wednesday plank. And today I really want to emphasize the importance of having good form while you're planking. So I'm working from home. I really had thought about planking outside until I went out there, and that's not happening. So we're going to start off on forearms and work on that good form, and then we'll switch. And each time I'm going to talk a little bit more about your form. So starting off on your forearms, bring your hands around your biceps so you have the right, just so you know you have the right distance between your elbows. And then you can interlace your fingers if you like. I find that makes it a little bit easier. You may want to just have your hands flat. Pull your shoulder blades together, reach them down your back, and then lift your upper back. Lift your chest, pull in your belly, come up on your toes, and then shift your weight forward slightly. And then go back through all of that again. Press into the floor, pull in your belly again, shifting forward just a little bit. So you're trying to keep that nice long line, that nice plank. Your neck is neutral, belly is actively pulling in. So remember, if you are just going for time, but not keeping a good form, you're losing the benefit of the plank. 30 seconds. So if you need to come down after 10 seconds because you start sagging, or you can't pull your belly in anymore, or you can't tighten up your glutes anymore, you just can't do it, then come out of the plank. It's better to hold for maybe 10 seconds, rest, come back up again, hold for another 10 seconds if you can, and rest, than to try and muscle through it and have a saggy plank, which doesn't really give you much benefit. 1 minute, so I'm gonna switch. Okay, so we're switching to hands. So again, do the same thing. Separate your shoulders, lifting your chest, pulling in your belly, press your heels back, pull, pull, pull in your abs. Think about pulling in that navel. Your gaze is just out in front of your fingertips. So you do look down, not tucking though. So things to keep in mind. Notice if your hips are sagging. That's not good form. Also notice if your hips are up too high. That's moving into a down dog, and that's not going to work what you're trying to work either. I thought pulling my hair back a little bit would help, and it really didn't. Okay, so coming back in. So check back in again. If all you're doing is just holding and you can't pull your belly in anymore, can't tighten up your glutes, then come out. So hold this for as long as you can hold it with a good form. You might shake a little bit, that's okay. 2 minutes, I'm coming back to my forearms again. I'm gonna check back in, separating my shoulders, pulling in my belly, shifting forward slightly. So you remember, it's also, I'm gonna lift a leg. So remember, if you lift a leg, you're not opening to the side. You wanna try and keep your hips as level as possible. Pressing into the floor, pulling in your belly. So again, another way to make sure you have the right form is to either have someone watch your plank, have them assess what you're doing. 2:30, I'm switching legs, or have your camera on and just watch yourself while you're doing it. You don't have to record it if you don't want to, but just have their camera on so you can just take a little peek. What's going on? How does my plank look? Do I need to make any changes? Poor Riley is in the background. He has a cone on. He had surgery, and he's trying to make his way over here, and he can't quite do it. Poor Riley, come around the sofa. Okay, 3 minutes. So we're going to go to side plank. So remember, when you do side plank, you want to stack your feet if you can, or bring your top foot in front of you on the floor. Lift your hips up. Press the sole of your bottom foot toward the floor. Make sure you're not collapsing into that bottom ankle bone. You can also come down on your forearm if you like for your side plank. I just like it better on my hand, but certainly forearm plank is a great option. 3:30, switching to the other side. Remember, try not to take too long when you switch, but do it with intention. Check back in again, lift your hips up. Press the sole of your bottom foot toward the floor. Pressing your bottom hand into the floor. So you're lifting out of that lower shoulder. Remembering to lift your hips, really working those obliques in side plank. And we're coming up on 4 minutes. I'm going to finish off on my hands. So coming back to your hands, if that's what you're doing, Or you can come back to your forearms, or you can stay in side plank if you like. Check back in again. Oh, there's a cone touching my foot. Riley's making an appearance. Are you trying to get in here? Keep pulling in your belly, pressing into the floor. Hi, good dog. What's the matter? How are you? Poor Riley's a little sad because he has to wear this cone. I would be sad if I had to wear a cone, but he's rubbing into my arm. Ouch, poor 30. Check back in again. I was not counting on that. Any other time I want Riley in the video and he's not having any of it, but here we are today. Okay, check back in again. Pull in your belly, tighten up your glutes, press your hips back, extend your collarbones forward slightly. We got 10 more seconds. I know you can hold for 10 seconds, so if you had to come down on your knees, come back up again, that's okay. Again though, you're looking for your longest good hold. That's what you're wanting when you're planking. Not just the longest hold with your belly sagging or your hips up too high or your arms are bent when they should be straight. You want good form. That's how you're going to get the most out of your plank and see the best results. Okay, well, Riley and I are done for today. See you tomorrow.